Hi, welcome to my video on another feature of the Active-Base SQL proxy. In this video I will show you how to use a PL SQL function to perform some tests on the incoming query. In this example we will compute how many records will be extracted by the incoming query, and if that number is above a limit we will reject the query. For that, we need to set up an Active-Base processing rule. This rule has two parts. In the matcher section, we will call the PL SQL function and return 1 if the number of records is above the limit and 0 if it's under. In the active action section, we will set up the action. The action is to reject the query if too many records will be extracted, and to just let it through in the opposite case. This action will be executed if we have returned 1 from the matcher section. If we have returned 0, no action will be executed. We are going to use a simple test environment with one user called user1, one table called table1, and 3 columns in the table called data1, data2, and data3. We also have 6 records in the table. Let's now review our setup. The switching rule we will be using is quite simple. We just said that we will be applying our rule set called SQL3 on the SQL traffic. Let's see now the rule set. It contains only one rule, a blocking rule, with the test on whether the number of records is over the limit. In the matcher section, we will call the PL SQL function we wrote, and in the action section, we block the query. This blocking is activated when the PL SQL function returns 1 as per Active-Base specifications. We also ask Active-Base to pass us 2 parameters, the user and the SQL state. Let's now see the function itself. The function is quite simple. We build the new SQL statement we want to execute. It's a count of the incoming query, and we get the result back thanks to the into option. Then we compare the number we got against a hard-coded number set as the limit, and we determine the result to be returned. If the number of records to be extracted is above the limit, we set the return value to 1, otherwise we set it up to 0. The limit is hard-coded in this example, but could be managed as a variable in a more sophisticated function. Let's now test the whole thing. First, let's test the function independently, and let's simulate the transfer of the 2 parameters by Active-Base. Let's change the limit to 4. We have 6 records in the test table. With the limit at 4, we will return 1, and the action of blocking the query will be triggered. Let's now test on the test environment using SQL+. As you can see, the query gets rejected. Let's now change the limit back to 10. That way, the number of records extracted will be under the limit and the query will go through. This is it. I hope you enjoy my video and good luck in your experiments.